Welcome to the 1974 baseball season, which kind of also happens to be my birth here, so yeah. January 16th, Baseball Writers Association of America elects Mickey Mantle and Whitey Ford into the Hall of Fame. Seeing as though both were teammates during the Yankees run, Dick Woodson is the first player to invoke the free agency clause with Minnesota. He's seeking $30,000 and Minnesota is offering $23,000. Our arbitrator rules in favor of Woodson, and he ends up getting traded to the Yankees on May 4th, apparently for cash. So that was interesting. Yeah, February 13th, Cool Papa Bell named in the Hall of Fame by the Special Commission on the Negro Leagues. Opening day, April 4th, Hank Aaron hits home run number 714 in Cincinnati, tying Babe Ruth's record. April 6th, Yankees beat Cleveland 6-1 in the Shea Stadium home opener, as renovation is happening at Yankee Stadium. April 8th, Hank Aaron hits home run number 715 off Al Downing, passing Babe Ruth. Hank Aaron would end up finishing with 755 home runs. He retires, I believe, in 76. He ended up getting passed by Barry Bonds later. But anyways, April 26th, Hank Aaron hits 15th career Grand Slam, breaking a National League record that was set by Gil Hodges and Willie McCovey. April 13th, Nolan Ryan strikes out 19 in a 4-2 win over Boston. May 13th, Japanese player Sadaharu Oh, last name spelled O-H, Sadaharu Oh is the first player in the Nippon Professional Baseball League, one of the Japanese leagues, to hit 600 home runs. There's Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, and Hank Aaron have more. At this point, has more than O, but O will end up passing all three of them. Okay. June 4th, one of the first ill-advised promotions happens in Cleveland. 10-cent beer night. Yeah, buy beer for 10 cents. You could probably buy 100 of them for $10. Yeah, right. At some point during the game, it was like concessions were ran out of beer, and they got told to go somewhere else, and they ended up like, yeah, we're not selling. They started getting rowdy in the stands, and then it started getting rowdy onto the field as drunken fans first were fighting in the stands, and then onto the field going after some of the Texas players and some of the Cleveland players. Yeah, there had already been some bad blood between the Rangers and the Indians, and when the fans started going after some of the Texas players, the Cleveland players came out to hell. How about the Texas players, which is great. Yeah, Cleveland ended up having to forfeit that game because of the alcohol-induced mayhem that was spread from the stands onto the field, which is like, oh, it gets weirder later. June 14th, Nolan Ryan strikes out 19 in 13 innings pitched as California wins 4-3. Twice he struck out 19. June 21st, Atlanta fires Eddie Matthews, the only player to play with the Braves while the Braves were in Boston, Milwaukee, and Atlanta. July 14th, New York Yankees Billy Martin was the first American League manager to be removed from both games of a doubleheader. July 17th, Bob Gibson strikes out Cesar Geronimo for strikeout 3,000. July 17th, Tommy John tears a ligament in his pitching elbow. He later has surgery to fix that elbow that ends up bearing his name, Tommy John surgery. August 12th, Nolan Ryan strikes out 19 again. 3 times he strikes out 19. September 24th, Al Kaline collects hit number 3000. September 28th, Nolan Ryan throws his third career no-hitter. He struck out 15 in that game. October 3rd, Frank Robinson is first black manager in the history of the league. Cleveland Indians had hired him. Late Jackie Robinson would have been happy to see that. Jackie Robinson had passed away in 1972. He was like 56 or 59. He was pretty young. Anyways, season stats. Rod Carew of Minnesota, 364 average, led the majors. Dick Allen of Chicago, 32 home runs, led the American League. Jeff Burroughs of Texas, 118 RBIs, led the American League. Jim Catfish Hunter of Oakland and Ferguson Jenkins of Texas each has 25 wins. They were tied for the Major League lead. Catfish Hunter also had a 2.49 ERA, which led the American League. And Nolan Ryan of California had 367 strikeouts, led the majors. National League. Ralph Garr of Atlanta, 353 average, led the National League. Mike Schmidt of Philadelphia, 36 home runs, led the majors. Johnny Bench of Cincinnati, 129 RBIs, led the majors. Andy Messersmith of LA and Phil Niekro of Atlanta each had 20 wins, tied for the National League lead. Buzz Capra of Atlanta, I like that name, Buzz Capra, 2.28 ERA, led the majors. Steve Carlton of Philadelphia had 240 strikeouts, nowhere near the Major League lead. He led the National League. Oof, that wasn't even close. Anyways, standings. Starting the American League East. Baltimore is your Eastern Division champions, 91 and 71. Yankees go 89 and 73, two back. Imagine if the Yankees had playoff home games at Shane Stadium. Yeah. Imagine if the Mets had also. Anyways, never mind. You don't want to go there. Boston finished third at 84 and 74, 7 back. Cleveland goes 77 and 85, 14 back. Milwaukee goes 76 and 86, 15 back. And Detroit goes 72 and 90, 19 back. Western Division. Oakland, 90 and 72, your AL West champions. Texas goes 84 and 76, 5 back. Milwaukee goes 82 and 80, 8 back. Chicago goes 80 and 80, 9 back. Kansas City goes 77 and 85, 13 back. California goes 68, 94, 22 back. National League, the Eastern Division. Pittsburgh is your NL East champions, 88 and 74. St. Louis ends up with 86 and 75, game and a half back. Philadelphia goes 80 and 82, 8 back. Montreal goes 79 and 82, 8.5 back. Mets goes 71 and 91, 17 back. And Chicago goes 66 and 96, 22 back. NL West. Los Angeles are your Western Division champions in the National League, going 102 and 60. Second time they went over 100 games since moving to LA. They never won 100 games in Brooklyn. Cincinnati goes 98 and 64, 4 back. Atlanta goes 88 and 74, 14 back. Houston goes 81 and 81, 21 back. San Francisco goes 72 and 90, 30 back. And San Diego, 60 and 102, 42 back. And the exact opposite record of LA. How about that? Anyways, the ALCS between Oakland and Baltimore. Oakland games, home games are at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Baltimore's home games are at Memorial Stadium. Game 1 on October 5th in Oakland. Orioles 6, A's 3. Game 2, October 6th in Oakland. A's 5, Baltimore nothing. Even series. Game 3, October 8th in Baltimore. A's 1, Orioles nothing. And Game 4, October 9th in Baltimore. A's 2, Baltimore 1. Oakland A's are your American League champions. Obviously they're taking the AL pennant. See you in the World Series. Now, National League Championship Series. Game 1 on October 5th in Pittsburgh. Dodgers 3, Pirates nothing. Game 2, October 6th in Pittsburgh. Dodgers 5, Pirates 2. Pittsburgh's home games were Three Rivers Stadium, with Dodgers home games were Dodger Stadium. Game 3, October 8th in LA. Pirates 7, Dodgers nothing. Game 4, October 9th in LA. Dodgers 12, Pirates 1. Dodgers win the National League pennant. Will face Oakland for the World Series in the first All-California World Series. And it won't be the last either. It'll happen again in 1988. It'll happen again in 89. Game 1, October 12th in LA. A's 3, Dodgers 2. Game 2, October 13th in LA. Dodgers 3, Oakland 2. Even series at 1. Game 3, October 15th in Oakland. A's 3, Dodgers 2. Game 4, October 16th in Oakland. A's 5, LA 2. 3 games to 1 lead. Does Oakland wrap it up in Game 5 at home? Game 5 on October 17th in Oakland. A's 5, Dodgers 2. In Oakland, that's what I've repeated as World Series champions for the 3rd year in a row. 3 in a row champions. We haven't had a 3 in a row championship since probably when the Yankees won 5 in a row in the late 40s, early 50s. So that's what happened in my birth year of 1974. Tomorrow, 1975. I think that's when baseball had that one particular game that ended drawing in whole horde of fans bringing an interest in baseball back. One particular game. We'll get to that tomorrow. Until then, stay tuned.